Hey, welcome back to another video. If you don't already know, my name is Trent. On social media, I am the Corner King, and today we'll be installing some Memphis Shades handguards on my 2015 Harley Davidson Street Glide. All right, so the part we'll be installing today is Memphis Shades MEB 7218. You look it up on their website. It's specifically for 2014, 2021 Street Glide. I think it's touring, but I looked it up for Street Glide specials. So we're going to open up the box. We are going to pop the packaging. We'll get out the instructions. One page of instructions. Figure 1, Figure 2, Figure 3. Looks pretty easy. So here's what comes in the box. You have the 2 handguards, you have the 2 brackets, you have 2 screws. Now, like me, and you have mirrors, and the bracket will go in the mirror bolt. If you don't have mirrors and you just have an open hole, you will use this hardware. Instructions are pretty easy. Figure 1, Figure 2, Figure 3. Step 1, kit contents. Step 2, mounting instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems pretty simple, right? This should be really quick. First thing I would do is I would cover the gas tank and the front fender with towels to avoid damage. And then starting with the throttle side, you want to assemble the handguard mounting bracket onto the handguard. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the brackets and you want to start with the throttle side first. Per the material sheet, it appears that there's 2 brackets, and obviously one slant comes this way and one slant comes this way, and if you look at them this way, per the picture, is the throttle side. So what we're going to do, and I already did that on this one, I loosened them up, but you're going to take a 11 millimeter wrench and you're going to loosen up the bolts and remove them. I want you to take note, there's a metal washer on this side, this will go on the outside, and a couple metal washers on this, and that's going to go on the inside. Alright, so we're going to press in the Santoprene washers. So now we're going to remove the Santoprene washers from the metal piece. Set them to the side, and then we're going to push in these Santoprene washers. Now that I've removed the warning from my Ring camera that looks over my garage, these Santoprene grommets are on the metal hardware. So you want to pull the Santoprene grommet off of the metal hardware, and we're going to press them inside of the handguard. We're going to press them on the inside of the handguard. Sorry. Once you get the grommet pressed in, you're going to want it flat on both sides. Trust me, it's not as easy as it looks, but I'm also doing this with one hand and trying to do it with the camera, looking through the camera. So, like that. Santoprene grommet, flat. And we'll do the second side, pull out the Santoprene from the hardware. And you're just kind of working the grommet through the hole. You got to pull it on the side. Don't pull too hard. Be very cautious. Don't pull too hard. Nice and flat on both sides. Since I have mirrors, I'm going to be removing this nut and washer, and then washer in the mirror. If you don't have a mirror here and you have just a hole, you will be just putting the hardware through. You'll mount up the bracket, so you'll kind of skip the step of removing the mirror. You're just going to put the handguard up, and then put the hardware through. We're gonna go ahead and take the mirror off. All right, as you can see, I took my mirror off. If you never had mirrors, that's what it looked like. Nice big hole all the way through. And here's your hardware, black anodized stainless steel bolt, Allen head, flat washer, star washer, and bolt. And so it would kind of look like this as you put it through. Okay, and you're going to put your bracket on top here and take your star washer nut off. The flat washer and the star washer will be up on the top. It'll go over the bracket and through. Since we have the mirrors, we have the mirror, star washer, flat washer up here, star washer, flat washer, and then nut, because you have to be able to adjust this and move it around a little bit. So once you tighten this thing down, it still moves a little bit, but not by much. Everything's black, so it's hard to see. My apologies in advance. Alright, so I learned a few things while trying to install this. I have the flat washer here that come with the mirror. I have the star washer here that once this gets locked down, the bracket won't move, and then we're going to go star washer, flat washer, and then nut. So let's give that a try and see what happens. And I repeated the other side the same way. Flat washer on top next to the mirror, star washer between bracket and hand grip, star washer, flat washer, and then if you have the mirror. If it's just a regular bolt, it's going to be so much easier for you because you slide the bolt with star washer, with flat washer, star washer, and then star washer, flat washer, and nut on the back side, and then you just crank it down. So the mirrors are a little bit harder because not only do you have to split the washers here, but you also have to leave the adjustability for the mirror. So you crank the nut down, but yet there's still some adjustability here. I just stick a piece like a plastic trim tool in here, and you can kind of tweak that. You still need to adjust the mirror a little bit. So, I mean, I did leave some adjustability in there, so that way, you know, the mirrors can still adjust the way I need to while I ride. And we'll get an overall shot from outside. Then the Amazon handguards. I did order the Amazon handguards. They were made out of super thick steel. The powder coating on them kind of sucked. They were made in China. Like, I didn't really like how they looked. The plastic on these matched the plastic of the visor and the other plastics that you get from Memphis. They're installed. I went ahead and repeated the same thing on the clutch side. Flat washer next to the mirror, star washer between the Memphis Shades handguard bracket and the clutch assembly, and then star washer, flat washer, and nut for the mirror nut right there. If you was using the hex bolts that come with the kit and you didn't have mirrors on, this would be much easier install. It just slides right in. You star washer on one side, star washer, flat washer, and nut on the other. Crank them down, use a little bit of blue Loctite on those guys, and you're good to go. I want to point something out. The plastic handguards from Memphis Shades are a very, very good product. They are flat black on the inside, black on the outside. They're made out of a very thick plastic. They're very durable. I did order a set of handguards off of Amazon just for comparison. I sent them right back. They were super heavy, number one. Me, I don't want to add any weight, as little weight to the bike as possible. Sorry, I got to spit that out. The handguards were super heavy, made out of a heavy galvanized steel. They were powder coated, so they weren't gloss black like this. And the powder coating job sucked. It had bubbles, it had fish eyes. Like, it was horrible. I would not put those on my bike. I would not order them. Go with the Memphis Shades handguards. You will not be disappointed.